Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. As the title says, exactly as the title says, today we're going to be talking about how to save money as a new immigrant to the UK. Uprooting your life is not easy. I think that's what a lot of people don't realize about this journey. And that's why a lot of people fall into a kind of depression, because you are excited to start this new life in this new country. But sometimes all the changes at once are a lot. It is rather a shock for most people to realize that their salary, even though they've gotten this one thing that they've been wanting so bad, they've been wanting to move to the UK, you've invested so much money into coming to the UK, then you're here. Yeah, financially things are not going great. And you're hoping this to be your great escape, your great start afresh. But you realize that the salary that you're getting is, it's not enough, right? So a lot of people fall into depression because a lot of people are not able to sort of live the life they were living back in Zim or back from wherever they're coming from. I'm sorry if I use Zim as a reference too much. I'm Zimbabwean. I make my videos with Zimbabweans in mind. So if you're not Zimbabwean and you're watching this, forgive me. Thank you. Moving on. So you're coming from wherever you're coming from, and you have this life that you had family support. Most people had jobs that were paying them not well or great. I know how it's like. I'm African. But I know that you had ways to cope with whatever you're getting. And then you come here and then you have so many bills. You have taxes. You have a new life to start. It can be quite difficult. So today we just want to talk about saving, not for everyone, but specifically for people that have just moved to the UK, how to make that little salary work for you as a new immigrant in this new place where you're starting to make a new life. What is important to you right now? What is it that you need to do? Is it a car that you need to buy? Is it accommodation that you need to find? Is it, I know some people, would have borrowed money to be able to buy flight tickets, to be able to do their IELTS and things like that. So write it down. I love good old pen and paper notebook. I have so many notebooks, you guys. I love lists as well. So what you're doing is just listing down what is important to me right now financially. What do I need to pay for? What can I do without? What takes first priority? This will help you to manage your little salary, to see where your money should go first. Where do you need to be spending money as of right now? I know for most people, one big thing is accommodation. I know most people that are coming, sponsors are giving them 1 month, or if you're really lucky, 3 months accommodation, and after that you have to find yourself accommodation. So how can you save money whilst you're looking for accommodation? The first, and I wanted to say obvious, but I realized that I didn't know about it until I came here, shared accommodation. One person gets a room, and they share common spaces like the kitchen, the lounge, and bathrooms. This is, I would say, the most affordable way to get accommodation in the UK. And most of the time, your rent has most of the bills covered. So that's not on you. That is one thing. The second thing as well is a type of shared accommodation, but this is when maybe you move into a family who have a spare room, and there's actually an application called Spare Room, where you can find a room in other people's house. So if they're looking for someone to take up an extra room, a spare room in their house, what they will do is they'll advertise on the application, and you can just tell them a bit about yourself. They'll tell you what they expect from you, what you can expect from them, shared spaces, and if you think you're a good fit, you can move in. So that's also another thing to be able to save accommodation whilst you move into the UK. This is really good because in the first few months after you come to the UK, you don't have enough money to rent out a full flat, a full house. This will help you to save enough money for a deposit. And especially for people without families who don't really mind shared accommodation, you can live in shared accommodation for years. And the good thing is all that money is going into your savings. If you're lucky enough to find shared accommodation with people that are really easy to live with, it's the best. I would recommend it. It's really the best. The good thing about shared accommodation as well, especially if you get to rent with friends, what you can do is you can share bills. So you can take care of the water bill, someone else may take up council tax, the other person, you can share bills. And this way you're building your credit score. If you're planning to settle in the UK long term, you're building your credit score whilst you're also saving money. So it is a win-win situation for everyone involved. The second one is especially for domiciliary carers, where companies will tell you that they'll give you a car to use for the first 1 month or even up to 6 months for some people. So in that time, you are supposed to get your own car. Cars are relatively easy to buy here. You have so many applications and websites that can help you. Even Facebook Market, you can get a good car there. The trick is, my African people, because we're used to a certain kind of life back home, we come here and you want to buy a big car, and I say to a lot of people, live the Mbinga mentality at home, live that too. Leave it, right? It doesn't serve you. I would suggest that you buy a small, reliable car that is able to take you from point A to point B, fuel saving, because the bigger car you get, the more your tax is. And I saw a post somewhere on, I think, Facebook the other day that said, buying a fancy car in the UK is so unnecessary because you go to work whilst it's dark, especially in the winter. You go to work, it's dark, you come back, it's dark. Who are you going to show off that car to? Most of the people here don't care. They don't know you. So it's really pointless, right? Especially if you're new. Remember, this video is specifically for new immigrants that are just trying to settle down in the UK. This is specifically for people that actually do need a car. If you're in a care home or you work in a setting where you don't need to have a car, I would suggest you hold off from buying a car. The transport system in this country is quite reliable. I mean, if the bus is late, it's 2 to 3 to 5 minutes late. But the transport system in this country is very good. If you want to save money, if you have other things that are top priority on your list and a car's not one of them, groceries. How can you save money, especially when it comes to buying your weekly or weekly groceries? People here normally do weekly groceries. So how can you save money as a new immigrant? Number one is buy from the cheaper shops. So you get your Aldi, your Lidl. Those are shops that are quite affordable. Most of these shops as well have loyalty programs. So they have a loyalty card. Make use of their loyalty cards. You will get a discount every now and again, and that's really, really good. The biggest one, however, for me is lists. How will a list help me? It's just a list. Anyway, let me tell you how. So I go to the shops, I need to buy bread. Okay, I live right close to a Lidl. I walk to the shop, I get there, I'm like, oh my God, I could also buy eggs. Ooh, but I also want to try this mayonnaise. I've never tried this one. Oh, I think I should also buy this. I come back from the shops, I don't have the bread that I went there for, but I have spend £10. This will help you to just go to the shop, buy what you want to buy, and get out of there. Because when I first moved to the UK last year, I was very excited to see all these new things and I want to try out new things. And you guys know I love cooking. So, I would like to try this. I would like to try this. And I went to the store to buy 3 things. I come back with 2 bags full of sometimes things that I even have in the house already. So write down lists. And then the other thing, if you know me at all, you know that my love for thrifting is unmatched. Most of my clothes right now are thrifted. I absolutely love charity shops. I love thrifting. That has helped to save money. I would buy clothes from like Primark or whatever. They're cheap. Primark's cheap and affordable. And as someone who has just relocated to the UK, those are the shops that most of us can afford, especially if you've just moved to the UK. But for me, I don't always like the quality because your girl has expensive taste even when I'm broke. So that doesn't always serve me. It doesn't always serve me. That always leaves me in trouble. I've done some research on some good brands and I'm always looking for something unique and different and something that will suit my style. And thrift shops have been, really good for me. I love a good thrift shopping. My husband knows, no matter how down I'm feeling, he's like, yeah, do you want to go to the charity shop? Yeah. They're really good here. You find some really good quality things for really affordable prices. Sometimes you get even new things with their tags on them. A trick that I learned from another YouTuber a long time ago was to go to the charity shops in the posh areas closest to where you live. And here in the UK, the amazing thing is that you can also get household things from charity shops. And I have found the most beautiful things, even household things, from charity shops because I can't afford a £1,500 couch. I can't at this point in my life, no. So for things like furniture and other household appliances and things, British Heart Foundation is amazing. Their prices are literally jaw-droppingly low. You will get them like, oh, is that the price? If you can get charity superstores, even better. Their prices are like really nice and low. The other thing is Facebook groups, especially for household things and small things, right? If you go to Facebook Marketplace, there's also people that are just giving away things for free sometimes or selling them at really cheap prices. Or community groups about people that are passionate about recycling furniture, recycling, household goods, so that you don't have to go and pay money for we're a generation that is plagued by consumerism. So if you think something has life in it, they just give it away so someone can use it for a while. But you also need to be careful. Facebook is a wild, wild, wild place. And if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. Be careful. But yeah, it is a tool that can really help you to save money as you're trying to settle down in the UK. There's a lot of people moving to the UK and then they realize that their sponsor doesn't have enough hours. So you can't even talk about saving enough money because you're not making enough money. And that can be stressful. The good thing is the 20-hour cap that was there for people that are sponsored to work outside their job has been lifted. So you can work as many hours as you want for another company that is not your sponsor. So take use of that. Find agency work. The more money you make, the more money you can save. A lot of people that have moved to the UK will talk about, there's not much to do here for fun. Look up free things to do in whatever area you're in. That will help you to keep a social life but not break the bank whilst trying to have a life outside of work. If you've moved to this country, you realize that this country can really be depressing because a lot of people don't know many people. You're moving to a new place. I honestly think that it is important to try and have a life outside just working. And the last thing, which I think is the most important thing anyway, for new immigrants in the UK, is to actually prioritize saving. We think that, savings are excess money that you have, but for me, that's actually not true. I think that our savings should come first and then everything else should come last. You have to have a goal. What are you doing? What are you saving for? And just focus and fixate on that goal. That's the only way you'll be able to save, because the things that you want, the things that you need as a new immigrant, there's just so much. There is just so much that you need to make your life here comfortable. But you can't do it all in one go, right? So prioritize saving. Make it the first thing that you do, and then everything else comes after that. The good thing about this country that I love is that systems, financial systems, banking systems actually work. Just make a standing order every month of a certain amount that comes out of your account and just goes straight to savings. That's money that you don't touch. You know it's gone. You don't see it. You don't think about it. It's gone. Well, it's not gone, it's saved, but you have a certain amount in your account to do everything else, but the most important thing, which is your savings, have been saved. We can talk so much about cutting expenses, living on a budget, but nothing saves money better than just actually saving money and just putting money on the side. You have to be firm with yourself. It's difficult to start with, but once you start seeing the money in your savings grow, it motivates you to want to save even more. So that was my thoughts and ideas on how you can save money as a new immigrant in the UK. If you have any other ideas as well, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section. We'll talk about it. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I mean, you've watched this far, so you might as well do it. And please share this video with whoever you think can benefit from whatever we talk about here. Thank you so much for watching. May God bless you. May He meet you at your points of need. May He grant you the desires of your heart. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.